I'm Matt Bichard with REIT.com here in New York City for REITWeek 2014. Joining me today is Sophia Banar, Managing Director with Forum Securities. Sophia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I'd like to start by talking a little bit about Russia. What kind of impact have the mounting tensions between Russia and the Ukraine had on international real estate markets, if any?
Well, I would say that if any is the important part. Real estate, when you think about it, is part stock, part real estate. And to the extent that's been increased volatility in the stock market, there has been an impact on real estate securities, which tends to be brushed off and on depending on the risk on, the risk off momentum in the securities market. To the extent that real estate stocks rely on the underlying real estate fundamentals, there's been very limited, if any, impact on global real estate markets. The hotel rates in California are not really impacted by the unfortunate circumstances of military actions in Ukraine.
And Sophia, where will potential buyers find more favorable property valuations right now, in the U.S. or abroad?
I think if you look on the surface, it would appear that the favorable valuations are outside of the U.S. And this is evidenced by the wall of capital chasing investment opportunities across Europe, or really discounted valuations of Asian developers that are outside of sort of historical norms. However, it's not fair to look at the valuations in the absence of understanding real estate fundamentals or risk parameters surrounding the investment opportunities in certain markets. And so when you look through that lens at the investment opportunities, what you find is that there are plenty of those in the United States as well.
And lastly, I'd like to ask you to give us one prediction for the second half of the year in real estate investment.
Well, I would like to be a bit contrarian with that prediction and say that at this point the emerging markets are starting to look, or are looking, a lot interesting. And granted that the macroeconomic risk is still there and there's still conflicts escalated in various parts of the world, that a lot of times your best investment is at the time when it feels less comfortable doing that.
Sophia, thank you so much for your insights.
You're very welcome.
For more on this and other real estate news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.